Nothing fucking comes easy. You always have to fight for it. I've had a few things like the last couple days, and I just haven't put them on video, and I don't really have them all here. It's not really about one person, but I'm sure several people can get some use out of it maybe. Nothing fucking comes easy. You always have to fight for it, and once you have it, you have to fight to keep it. It's not going to just stay there. If you coast, it's going to go away. People are going to take pieces of it. Parts are going to fall off. Pieces of it are going to die. You can't just go plant 100 trees and then just show up a couple months later and expect them to be there. Some died because they didn't get sun. When you planted them, they had sun, but other shit grew and it shaded it. Others died because they didn't get water where they were at. They got too much water where they were at. Deers ate them. Fucking something happened to them. You have to check on them on a regular basis. That's how your business is. That's how your family is. That's how your relationships are. That's how everything is. How you view what you do is how you do what you do. I heard Inky Johnson say that. And that fucking stuck. That line right there stuck with me more than any of the stuff or any content that I've listened to in the last 5 years. Because it's fucking true. And it changes everything you do in your life. That sentence will affect and change. If we have to put snaps, we've got belt keepers in here. And nobody likes to put the snaps in them. And we build a lot of belt keepers. Each set of belt keepers is 6 pieces of webbing. We build them a dozen at a time, so a dozen times 6. Each belt keeper gets 4 snaps. And when you go, I'm like, hey man, put snaps in this. Or even me, I'll have them in the middle of the night. And we've always got, we're getting a lot of new customers when the belt keeper orders are up and the shotgun card orders are up. And here's how you know. Number one, they're up. We do them every day. We get a couple orders every day for these things. But when you get 10, 12, 20 orders, it's because people are finding out about you. And it doesn't matter how they're finding out. It's just that you're getting new customers. And we get these emails all the time where dudes are like, hey, I can't wait 8 to 12 weeks for this order. Cancel my fucking order. And they're literally fucking assholes about it. Just rude. Whereas had they gone, hey man, is there any way you can ship this faster? I got a class this weekend, or I'm really excited about this thing, or I need this belt to hold my 2 belts together. Anything you can do for me. When you're talking to a dude, you're generally talking to the person that can do what you want or not do what you want. So we don't ever refund their order. The damn thing would have shipped today or tomorrow anyways. And half the time they're like, hey, I told you to fucking refund this. By the time we saw the email 3 hours later, the thing had already shipped. Like, it's already processed. But back to the things, back to putting the snaps in. How you view what you do is literally how you're going to do what you do. And when I go, hey, here's 12 of these times 6, and they each one needs 4 snaps, you think to yourself, man, I don't want to do these snaps. When what you think to yourself should be, I have to do these snaps so that we can get these orders out and ship these 12 orders. These are 12 orders out the door. These are 12 happy customers. Half of them are new customers. They're going to have their thing. They ordered. It's shipped within a couple of hours. They're going to have their thing. They ordered on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By the weekend when they're out running, gunning, playing, whatever it is, or on the job, they're going to have their thing. And because I stood and I put these 24 snaps in this set of belt keepers, that's a new customer that ordered a $15 set of belt keepers, and his next order will probably be an average of $100, all on how you do what you do. Instead of setting them to the side, I'll do them later, and then at 5 o'clock, the bell rings, and they didn't get done that day, and now it's the next day when the dude might get tracking if that doesn't happen again. It's literally, it's that, how you view what you do. Oh man, I got to get up to go to work. I get to go up and go to work. You're looking at it all wrong. It is literally just perspective. I don't want to do this thing. I get to do this thing because it allows me to do this other thing. It's literally just about rewiring your brain. A buddy of mine sent me some screenshots on Instagram, and he said, hey man, check this shit out. And what it is it's a dude who I can't even find him. He has me blocked on Instagram. Like, I don't even know who the dude is. I was curious what his product was, but he hits my boy up who makes these high dollar, high grade custom belt buckles. Super, super nice belt buckles. We've shown them in some videos. This dude hits him up and goes, hey man, with a nice belt buckle like that, because my boy bought a Louis Vuitton belt like I did for Amanda. So you've got an $800 belt on a $300, $400, $500 buckle. It's a statement. It's like wearing it's like a Rolex. Like people zoom in on it. It's very, very nice. So this dude hits him up and he's like, hey man, you need a nice, nicer leather belt that's not that shitty Louis Vuitton stuff. Well, my boy, he's a fan of some Louis Vuitton. Like he is invested in Louis Vuitton literally as an investment. Those steamer trunks are going up in value and stuff like that. So my buddy hits him back and he's like, hey man, I got a friend who owns a nylon company. I've done stuff with them for a long time. When I get to the point of putting a belt out, that belt's the first one going on these buckles that we're going to push out. And he tells them, he uses my name or whatever. John and Amanda have stood by me for, a decade. And the dude's like, oh, I didn't realize you ran with those fucking assholes. And the dude literally blocks my dude, blocks my boy. So he's just laughing about it. I go, who the fuck is that? Like, I don't even know who this is. He goes, I don't care, man. I just don't care. But it's that perspective. You wanted to put your product on my friend's buckle. You wanted to do business with him until he said no, and then you gave him the fuck you and you locked it down. And the last thing he said was, I didn't realize you ran with that crew. I thought you were a family man. A family man? What is a family man? You mean because I don't fucking not cuss, and I don't go to your church, and I don't want to do business with you, but I've done business with these other dudes that when I was in my down point, they rallied together and fucking came together. These non-family guys came together to help me out of a dark situation. Now, I'm not a family man. Now, talking about my dude, he stays home. He raises his fucking kids. He works from home. That's a pretty fucking family dude. Like, every time I see him, he's showing me pictures of his kids. I know the names of his kids. I know his fucking wife's name. Fucking he is more family than I am, and I've got my fucking kids with me almost 24 hours a day. And that's how my dude is. So it's just perspective, man. And you can change, you can flip that switch on and off when you have somebody that you want them to do something. But by going, oh, fuck you, you locked the page down. My dude might go, you know what, I do need a leather option. This dude does offer something. It would be nice to have a nylon option. It would be nice to be able to have a leather option. But this dude, like, he won't ever do business with this dude. And this dude is connected across the industry. When I need to talk to somebody that I don't have a contact at or move within a realm of the industry that I'm not involved in, that's the guy I call. And if he doesn't know who knows, he knows the owners of the fucking companies that know those guys. And this dude literally just shut that down in a couple sentences. I don't know what I did to make that dude mad. I have no idea who he is. When I look, I have a screenshot of his page, and I have not a clue who this guy is. But you attack somebody because he has another option. And he was polite. He's like, hey, man, thank you for reaching out to me. I've got this other thing that we're working on. But you killed all that. And that's the same thing these dudes do with, I can't wait fucking 8 to 12 weeks. Where'd you see 8 to 12 weeks from? The same place on the website where it says we're not giving you a fucking refund? Because we're not. We didn't give you any fucking refunds. We're not giving you a refund. We will deliver you a product. And the product shipped we had from the weekend, from like Friday until yesterday, we had probably 16, 17 of these. Almost like I'm wondering, like, if it's a group of dudes, like, go buy this and we'll start some shit over it. They're all shipped, every one of them. And half of them, by the time I saw your email or by the time you got around to seeing your email, you already had tracking. Tracking that the timestamp predates the email you sent. Just baffling. It's just perspective, guys. Just anything, no matter what it is. You cannot go to work and have employees and just let that shit coast, because it won't work. When you're not sure what to do, get out there and do what you do. When you're not sure what to do and things aren't fucking running smoothly, get out there with them and do what you do. Your employees are not going to work like they do when you're there. It won't happen. You'll have one or two that do, and the rest are They're just not going to. You have 10% of your people that do 50% of your work. The number's probably higher than that. You probably have 10% that do way more than half of the work. But when you're there, things will run. But when you start removing from there, things will change. And it's all in the head. Just that's it.